So we've talked about a lot of different topics, arguably not the most exciting topics, but a number of topics that I think are pretty useful. And it occurred to me that we haven't really talked about what MCID is and fundamentally what it solves. Now, there's been a coffee theme in the past couple videos. I'm keeping that up. I got coffee o'clock t-shirt. Today, Marketing Cloud ID. So you might be wondering, what's the deal with the paper and the pen? When I have these conversations with customers, I like to whiteboard. And I just feel like it's a little bit more of a conversation, a little bit less formal and more human, maybe. And fundamentally, we're talking about technical topics, and technical topics can be boring. And there's a sort of almost an expectation that I'm going to show you a computer screen and a PowerPoint. And there's nothing I'd like to do less. So I'm going to use a piece of paper. So Marketing Cloud ID. Marketing Cloud ID, as I've mentioned in some of the previous videos, if you watch them, is fundamentally an ID that links together Adobe products. And if you think about it, Adobe's got on the Experience Cloud side a number of products that manage customer information, visitor information, allows you to optimize on it and do things like inbound campaigns and outbound campaigns. And if you think about before MCID and you had Adobe Analytics and you wanted to integrate it with, say, for instance, Target, you had to get the Analytics ID into Target and the Target ID into Analytics. Doesn't sound terribly easy, or it doesn't sound terribly difficult. Yeah, and there's a certain amount of challenges here. So if this is your web page and you got, so dub, and you've got a load order, and you'd have this in pretty much any internet scenario, you're likely gonna have Target firing up here and PCID being set and Analytics somewhere down here and have S_VI be set. So on that first visit, first page scenario, you got a few problems here. Likely Target's not gonna know about Analytics. Not only that, if you start bringing in other products, so let's just talk about Audience Manager. Now all of a sudden you got to get Audience Manager's UUID into Target, Audience Manager's UUID into Analytics, Analytics SVI into Audience Manager, and you have a bit of a mess. And I like to think about this in terms of my garage. Believe it or not, my garage is a bit of a mess. And I have a tendency of continually putting things into my garage and not cleaning up the mess. And for legacy customers of Adobe products, especially Analytics, I'm guessing you feel like your implementation is sort of like my garage, something that you keep adding to. You haven't in the past few years spent a lot of time organizing, and so therefore it's a little bit of a mess. And like me with my garage, it's a little bit overwhelming. In this case, this feels a little overwhelming. So the value really here is this scenario that we have, this mess of integrations, it can be simplified with MCID. MCID is an ID that gets set. So if you're thinking about your web page, up here is going to be MCID getting set. And MCID acts as essentially an ID manager across all the Adobe products. So once MCID is set, PCID becomes a member of that, SVI becomes a member of that, and UUID actually has an association with that. UUID is used to create MCID. Nonetheless, we have a single ID that's shared by all of these products. Now all of a sudden all these lines can go away. All of these lines effectively are the ability of sharing data at this point. So as long as these products, and this could be also Adobe Campaign or AMO, but as long as all these products have the same ID, the ability to share an audience or share data becomes much simpler. All you're doing now is pushing IDs back and forth with some description of what those IDs are, but that's it. And moreover, you have the ability to leverage one of your IDs. So maybe this is another marketing technology product, or maybe it's some type of customer information, but you have an ability to bring in some form of customer ID into this mix and leverage something like customer attributes to bring data into the Marketing Cloud, or leverage some type of data feed to push, say for instance, analytics data or audience manager data into another system. So this tool gives you the ability to integrate. This really is unlocking the door of your ability to integrate Adobe products and also integrate other products or other technology or other data into your Adobe stack. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully you liked the hand drawings. And yeah, next video is going to be how to deploy MCID. If you like this, please like it. Please leave me a comment. And if you don't like it, please keep it to yourself. Talk to you later.